The Addams Family is an iconic series in many regards, but I think its most iconic legacy is its theme song. So let's get ready to not snap our fingers to the title screen music. And yeah, this is the actual music that plays and really establishes the quality that we can expect from this game. The main menu is rather plain but functional, and from this menu you can select from story mode, minigames, options, credits, and quit, which is an option I seriously considered selecting upon realizing that the theme wasn't gonna be in this game. But I proceeded nonetheless. Upon entering the story mode, we are placed into a character selection screen, which is where I learned that this game supports 4-player local co-op, which is pretty cool. And I would actually recommend you play it this way if you do buy it, though doing this might present a strain on your relationships, depending on how you present it. This is because the game is rather dull in its entirety. Our introduction to our protagonists is a dull text conversation. Their physical representations are 2D renditions from their latest animation film, which is okay, but the music is and will continue to be a huge contributing factor to the feel of this game. The actual gameplay is fairly basic. It is okay, but they could have expanded the combat a little. Enemies are basic too, but they do evolve as you go along. The visuals themselves are okay, but the biggest issue is trying to get the feel of where your character is within the game world. There were a number of times where I struggled to pick up an item or land where I wanted to be, or even physically see my character, and this got even worse in multiplayer. When my sister and I played this together, we both agreed that these collectathon levels are far too long. We would get all the coins we needed for an Addams crest halfway through the level, and not need to explore the rest of it, making it drag. Levels do change between these collectathon to the minigames, which are honestly insufferable if you play this by yourself. My sister and I tried each of these minigames, and even as a group, they weren't fantastic. We did have some fun with a couple of them, and decided that the raft minigames were the best, but there definitely needed to be a change to the music to help build the tension and excitement. However, some of the other games did emphasize the lack of positional awareness, and both of us lost visual contact with our respective characters for a time in different games. There were some cool ideas employed, but the boring nature and difficulties establishing positional awareness means that this isn't worth getting as an adult. There's just so little fun to be had, and the minigames aren't good enough to include this in your party game collection. I also don't think that this is worth getting for a kid either, unless you know for a fact that they're going to be playing this with others. I do think that parents could have some fun playing with their kids, but I do see the kids having issues keeping track of their character and getting bored if they decide to play this on their own. But let me know what you think about the gameplay that you've seen in the comments below, or if you've played the game. Check out my last video on Cobra Kai, the Karate Kid saga continues. And until then, this has been Rob the Slob, and I'll see you in the virtual community.